What's going on, sports fans? It's your boy Josh Williams back with another episode of the American Fan 365 podcast. I am here with my beautiful co-host, Miss Rosine, the front row. You're bleeding big blue.
I am. It's
your
my
team
lucky
is in the
shirt.
playoffs.
We in the playoffs, baby.
My team is. We went home with a late Christmas present, I guess I would say.
I don't think your coach still knows what's happening, though. You guys on IG Live, hi, thank you for joining us. I want all of you piping in, especially when we're going through the Who You Got segment. And please, we have a lot of fun in the studio. We chop it up. Georgie, the engineer, is one of my favorite people, and he has the best beard I've ever seen in my life, and that's a big statement.
That is.
See, I'm getting beard envy. I'm trying, but as I said before,
is it going to connect?
No, it doesn't connect. I'm Patch Adams. It is what it is. It's just I lead a patchy life. But let's go ahead and get right into it. Georgia, huge win.
Yep.
They only give up one touchdown.
You know what was funny is I was talking about this game with various people that were betting the game, and even John Orlando was like, but TCU is a team of destiny. And I'm like, nobody's told Georgia that. Georgia's been building that team, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
On both sides of the ball, they were so aggressive, and I couldn't see the hypnotones beating Georgia. But you know what? It was a nice story, right?
It was a beautiful story. And I was actually pulling for TCU.
Nice.
I was pulling for them. My girl's like, "Oh, did you bet?" And I was like, "No, I didn't bet." And then literally I was like, all right, well, they're down. I might want to go ahead and tease this and go ahead and, take TCU to win in a comeback. And then it was like Georgia minus 31.5. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to just go ahead and lay that. That
maybe
sounds
because
safer.
their quarterback's like 32.
I thought he was going to announce he was coming back again. I was like, these Van Wilder kids and staying, super duper seniors till I'm 27. I'm like, bro, the NFL awaits. Possibly.
He's older than 2 or 3 of our
No, not 2 or 3. It was 8. It was 8 starting quarterbacks in the NFL right now. He's older than
He's like
all
Joe
of
Flacco's AJ thing.
Yeah. He's got 2 kids and bad credit already. Stetson Bennett the fourth. What? He has a regal name, Hunter's Hearst Hemsley. It's very strong.
You know what? But I was happy for Georgia. I'm just happy it wasn't Nick Saban. Say what you want.
Pray God.
Thank God it wasn't Bama, because I can't. I'm done.
No more Bama. I'm ready for Nick Saban to retire. But the clips from the pregame and everything. Man, I think that one sportcaster kind of needled Nick Saban a little bit, because the light left his eyes and he went into
somebody needs to needle Nick Saban.
He went to a dark place. He's going to. He's really going to beat Georgia next year.
All I know is a smug, righteous ass. He's so snarky with every reporter, and now you don't like it, huh? You could take it, but you can't give it.
Yeah.
It don't work like that.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Not at all.
No.
Not at all. But Georgia, no titles in 40 years now, back to back.
Now back to back.
That's cool for them. I'm very, very happy for we talked about on the last episode. I'm happy for the state of Georgia. Everyone outside of Herschel Walker. So this is good news. Georgia needed to heal, so this helps heal that state. You know what I mean?
Listen, the next best thing out of Georgia, next to Real Housewives of Atlanta.
No. What about Married to Medicine?
No, nobody watches that show.
What do you don't watch it? That's. We'll talk about that more off air. All
right, can we get into the wild card?
Oh man! All right, so the NFL playoffs are set. They're set. Ro?
Yeah.
The number 1 seeds, Chief Eagles.
Yep.
First off, do you see either of them making it all the way to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I already have the bracket done in my head.
All right, we'll talk about the bracket. But are either of those teams going to go?
I think the Eagles are.
You think the Eagles go?
I think the Eagles go. I think it's going to be Eagles-Buffalo in the Super Bowl.
That would be nuts. That would be the only NFC East team Buffalo hasn't faced in the Super Bowl. That was good.
Well, you know what?
Come on.
Georgie. Bengals. Maybe. I have Poppy Swit saying Bengals 2023 champions.
Bengals. Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't see the Bengals beating Philly.
I feel like the Bengals have injuries. A couple
I don't think
injuries.
but they're good. I can't see the Bengals beating San Francisco either. I mean, maybe we'll see. But
Wow, that would be another repeat Super Bowl as well from one of the '80s Super Bowls with Joe Montana.
that's right.
Yeah,
That's right. One of my all-time faves.
that was the drive. That was the drive Super Bowl.
So who do you have going to the Super Bowl? And then Georgie, I want to know who you got next.
Absolutely.
Going to the Super Bowl. I mean, now the Commanders are out.
Actually, let's scale it back. Let's just talk about the first round.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. So all right, so the number 2 seeds, I don't see either of the 2 seeds losing. It's the Bills and Niners are the 2 seeds. The Bills are playing the Dolphins without Tua. And without Teddy. I don't even know who the quarterback is, but let's just say he's not relevant. And then also the Niners are playing the Seahawks. And the Seahawks, I mean, now granted, what I will say for this matchup is beating a team 3 times is hard. So even though it is Brock Purdy, I wouldn't be shocked if they lost. But at the same time, I feel like the Niners are the better team.
I don't mind. Well, listen, I think the Niners, though, it's not. What happens is a lot of times people put too much credence into the quarterback and not enough on the offensive line and not on the secondary. I think for the same reason the Eagles are going to find themselves in the Super Bowl is the same reason that the Niners are a force. It's because on both sides of the ball, they are difficult.
They're dangerous.
And so are special
They have playmakers.
teams. And so now we're learning more and more how important special teams are. And the Niners, I mean, they're just killer. And Brock, let me tell you something. I always love me a Jimmy G show, but and as sad as I am to not look at that beautiful man.
You still have Derry Sanders.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but
It's
he's not my type. Jimmy G's my type. He's Italian. He's got dark hair. He's got chin cleft.
Oh God.
But they're dangerous on both sides of the ball. Their special teams are crazy, and the play calling is ridiculous. Which I'm going to tell you right now, Miami does not have, because Miami, Mike. I mean, like as cute as he's been this season, he's kind of like a novelty gift that you get like at an airport gift shop. He's like a shot glass. But I think the Dolphins were just like a flash in the pan. They're done. I don't take them seriously. And that's what it's going to come down to is who are the real ballers, who's got the real strength. And I think the Niners do. I think the Eagles do. I think Buffalo does. I think KC does. And I'm not just saying this because they're my team, but I think the dark horse in this race is definitely New York Giants.
We're gonna get to the Giants.
I know, but I'm saying
that you're just go ahead and giving
No. I'm just saying.
preemptive strikes.
I'm just saying that this is a dark horse, but I'm saying those 4 teams are dangerous, no matter what.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Well, your game is actually the next game. So the 3 seeds are the Bengals and the Vikings.
Yep.
And I think that these matchups are where we actually can see some fireworks. The Bengals are playing the Ravens, which again, same thing. Beating a team 3 times, you know what I mean, or beating a team multiple times, and they're a divisional opponent. The Ravens, with or without Lamar Jackson, they know the Bengals. You know what I mean?
Speaking of the Ravens, I posted this on IG as my story. How do they re-sign Roquan Smith and you don't give Lamar Jackson?
You love jumping early. But go ahead.
But we're staying on topic. I mean, all right, I can leave it. I'm sorry. I'll stick by the rules. Said me never. But we can talk about it later. But
you're double dutching. You ready? You ready to get in? Go ahead, get in there. Get in there.
I mean, it's a big deal. All right, no, I'll wait till you're ready, Josh.
I appreciate it. I like to preheat the oven.
I'll be Molly to you, Stephen A.
Oh wow! Don't ever do that. No, never.
I'll never do that.
Yeah, ever in life. But yeah, I mean, as much as we think the Bengals can go, could they lose to the Ravens? Listen, that Ravens team went and
if Lamar's not playing, the Bengals are gonna stomp them.
Yeah. I mean, look, should they? Yes.
No, they're going to.
Done. Stamp it.
Stamp it.
Stamped.
Bet it.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Fair enough.
Bet.
Okay. Well, moving on to your game, the Vikings and the Giants. The Giants are going back to Minnesota, where they lost in heartbreaking fashion to a 61-yard field goal. Kirk was kirking and making his dumb mistakes. I think Kayvon Thibodeau has a field day, and I actually see you guys winning by 10. That's how I feel.
So I'm going to say this to all you Minnesota fans that were hooting and hollering like you just won your third ring in a row. You be mostly third stringers, so fucking grats, okay? I'm going to say this. I never, ever, ever, ever give predictions on the Giants because I'm very, very superstitious when it comes to it, as you guys know.
Don't start today.
But I have a very definitive winner in my head, and I will say that the Giants, in my mind, we can be a dark horse. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, no. Look, in all fairness, you definitely can be a dark horse. We've talked about this on air. Daniel Jones has looked good. He even when he wasn't looking fantastic, he still was not. He did not have a pedestrian season. He was very strong. He was consistent, and consistently played well for you guys.
Well, I'm gonna eat my words. I actually, beginning of the season, before you even started, I went on a little rant because after watching a couple preseason games, I was not happy with Mr. Jones at all.
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones. I was not happy with Danny, who I thought was Danny Nichols at the time. I got to eat my words because another stat that I actually shared from a site called Talking Giants was that next to Jalen Hurts and I believe Miles Sanders, Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones had the most, as a duo, had the most rushing yards this season.
And touchdowns, I think. I think their touchdowns were up there too.
They were 3 less than the Eagles. But I will tell you, I didn't give Daniel Jones enough credit. I eat my words. I'm very happy with what I've been seeing, and I think what Dable and Mike Kafka have done with him, ROC, has done with Daniel Jones. I mean, it's unbelievable. Dab's definitely coach of the year consideration. He has to be up there. I mean, it's unbelievable. You asked me in the beginning of the season what a successful season for the Giants looked like for me, and I said 7 games. I'd like 2 of them to be in division. Well, we've done 9 games, right?
Yeah.
And
a tie.
And a tie, but
that could have went. Yeah, either way, that game could have been a win. That game could have been a loss.
But I'm really happy. Even if we don't go any further, I am so happy with the improvement of our team. But this team has a fire in their belly, and we're getting some of our players back. They're getting healthy. I can't wait till Sunday, and I'm excited to see where we're going to go. But more than anything else, I'm happy for the NFC East. I am. We were the NFC least, and look what a year did to us.
Yeah, no, top to bottom, the NFC East looks solid.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have our warts. We still have our demons. I think that's probably the one hang-up that our division still has is demons. One, we haven't had a repeat winner, I think, since the early 2000s.
I think it was.
It was Philly. It would have been Philly. It would have been Philly because Philly was gangbusters in the early 2000s. So they would have won multiple times. But since Philly, I don't think there's been one. There hasn't been one in the last 15 years or so.
No, there hasn't. And really, frankly, for the last 5 years, I mean, it's kind of been the tallest midget competition in the NFC East, right?
Yep.
So there is one NFC East team though that but we will get to that if we're going to talk about demons.
This team, we're talking about the tallest midget contest, I guess. That's not nice to say, but the Jags versus the Chargers. The Jags squeak in, beat the Titans in a big game to get to the playoffs. Duval County is going wild in Jacksonville.
Wait, really quick, you guys on IG Live, who do you got over with Minnesota and New York? Who are your picks? But go on.
All right. And so it's the Jags versus the Chargers. So the Chargers are traveling cross country to play a team that they physically are better than. They just are. You know what I mean? When you go top to bottom, receiver for receiver, and D-line, secondary, the whole deal. Obviously, quarterback. Well, maybe not so much obviously quarterback. But then also you've got the Bucs and the Cowboys. So both of these division winners were the weakest of the bunch. They're the 4 seed, so their record speaks for itself.
Hey, Josh, what train is always on time?
the Cowboys crapping the bed in the postseason in the last 25 years.
Choo choo. All right. Dak Prescott. Can we talk about the game against the Commanders?
Ooh, yeah, he looked bad. Like fecal matter bad. It was bad.
They them boys. And Dak Prescott is tied for the most interceptions for a quarterback this season, even with missing 5 games. But it wasn't just him against the
Wait. Slow down and give that again. Because that's crazy.
So
I missed 5 games.
So Dak Prescott is tied for the most interceptions for a quarterback this season with 15. 15.
How many pick sixes? 4 probably.
I think 4 or 5.
Yeah, it was at least above 3.
And he's missed 5 games. So think about that. He didn't play 5 games, but he's tied for the most fucking interceptions for a quarterback this season at 15.
That's bad.
All right, but it wasn't just Dak, though, against the Commanders. It was, where was the running game? They couldn't stop the run, and they didn't have a running game. There was no pass rush. The secondary, I mean, the one thing about the Cowboys that I'm scared of this season, actually still am, is the secondary, especially led by Micah Parsons.
I didn't even see Trayvon Diggs the whole game. I don't think he made a play.
I don't know who she is. But I have to tell you, I was wowed. And time management is all of a sudden an issue now. But with Mike McCarthy, that's par for the course, too.
I was about to say, all of a sudden. That's been an issue for him.
No. I was going to say, but it popped up right on time. That train, right on time. And so against Tampa Bay, you guys, who do you think, who's going to take it with Dallas and Tampa Bay? I think it's going to be the Bucs easily for these reasons. I think, actually, my friend James, a firefighter in Brooklyn, who, is very cute, said something that's very accurate, and I agree with this. First of all, Brady is going to Brady, okay? And Tom Brady has never lost to the Cowboys.
That is what made, other time, that would be like a source of comfort. But this year, it's a little bit more of a
Brady has never lost to the Cowboys in his career.
That's crazy.
1. Number 2, they're playing in Tampa Bay. And 3, the Cowboys are going to cowboy.
Well, you know what? But see, all of those things, Ro, is actually what I feel helps. Them playing on the road helps. And the reason I say that is because, for instance,
Helps who?
It helps the Cowboys, actually. Because listen, because you can go band of brothers. In the, you know what I mean?
Not in this instance.
Well, no, but okay, just hear me out. So, you know what I mean? For instance, when I just went to the Redskins Giants game in December and, all of that, I saw the energy, you know what I mean? Certain fan bases, mine is one, when the team sucks and they're not playing well, the players can feel the angst because we're booing, what the heck is, you know what I mean? And when you hear that moaning and groaning constantly, it can help you shrink. And then the other team can galvanize. They're on the road, so it's we'll jump on you. You know what I mean?
Every other team in the NFL, what's the one common denominator that every team in the NFL except the Cowboys have? A loathing for the fucking Cowboys. People will go to that game not being a fan of Dallas or Tampa Bay.
I'm here for Tampa Bay.
They're just going to watch these jerk-offs lose, okay?
No, it's
and
fair.
And I can't wait to see this fan base's comments and their struggle faces, because it's going to happen. It's just, I'm telling you, until Jerry Jones makes it publicly right with Jimmy Johnson, that curse is never going away.
The curse lives on.
The curse lives on. But yeah, no, I got
He cried. The cry meant nothing for you.
What cry?
When he cried,
he's a lizard. No, he didn't say it, but he almost said it. He said, "Well, I think things could have been handled differently." No, that's not an apology. That's a
I'm rich apology.
That's a I'm sorry you felt that way. No, fuck you. No, I'm sorry. I did you dirty. I made everybody think that was Barry Switzer's team. But anyways, the Cowboys are going to lose. I think the Bucs are going to win by 7 to 10 points.
All right. Yeah, I could see it. I think that game is going to be tight. Now, whether somebody makes a mistake or not at the end, could change.
Who do you
the
guys
game.
got? You got Tampa Bay or you got Dallas? Let me know.
All right, Ro.
Yeah.
Coach is fired.
Yep.
Uh-oh. All right. What up, Brandon?
Oh, here we go with the Cowboys.
Man, yeah, we'll see. I mean, Cowboys Nation, I mean, you guys need some help, but as we've talked about on previous episodes, I don't think any of us are prepared to really witness the Cowboys winning. In 2023, I don't think that's something that any of us could really deal with. I don't think my heart could take it. Not as a, like, because when they were winning, I was a baby, so it wasn't no,
I'd rather be on the brink of nuclear war.
Cowboys winning, nuclear holocaust. I'm going with nuclear holocaust.
Listen, I got my
zombie apocalypse.
I got my spinning night bag packed, ready for the fucking apocalypse. Let's go.
Zombie apocalypse. I'm ready for the Walking Dead over the.
They're not going to win, so go on.
All right, so Black Monday came and went. We had a few firings, a few surprises, and then also some offensive coordinators. My offensive coordinator, thank God, is gone. Now I'm hoping that they make the right call, which we won't, but it is what it is. Kliff Kingsbury was fired in Carolina after a bad season. Carolina. What am I doing? Cardinals. It messed me up. Out of Arizona. Bad season this year, but he just signed an extension last summer through 2027. So they're on the hook for some real cheese. Like, they got to pay him a good amount of money to go away.
Remember when they were, like, even last season, they were competitive.
Yeah, no, they were great.
Listen,
they were right there.
And I know he's injured, so don't. But who told Kyler Murray he was good?
Wait. But the other side, both of you guys don't like Kyler Murray, and I don't appreciate it.
I want to back this up because we need to ask Georgie. Georgie, I want to know who you got for Minnesota Giants, and I want to know who you got for Tampa Bay Dallas.
Okay, yeah, no, so I got the Giants, and it kind of formulates into my plan. I need the Giants to win because if the Bucs win, I think they handle either the 49ers or the Seahawks. I think it's a little bit of an easier path if there is one. But yeah, no, Bucs. I have them going all the way to the Super Bowl.
You do.
I just can't. My entire childhood growing up, don't bet against Brady. He's only going to play for another year, so like maybe I only have to live with this rule for another year. But I'm not going to go against it. I don't want to feel like an idiot on the last run
until it's done.
Right?
You never know.
Right.
and then also
Tampa Bay Dallas.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Tampa
Bay. So I was going with but the Giants. So, yeah, I mean, the Vikings are frauds. Like, the purple people eaters, they're no different than TCU. Frauds. Like, they're horn frauds, skull frauds.
Horn frauds.
Yeah, no.
That's pretty good. But no, the other thing about Kyler Murray is he is going to be involved in the head coaching selection. Yeah, so I don't know how you feel about that. I know that many of you guys are
Kyler Murray's not even fucking good. I don't know who told this kid he's good. He's not good.
He's not. But
you know why?
You act like he's. Okay, wait. Would you take Kyler Murray over Daniel Jones?
Never.
Wow. Daniel Jones seems like more of a leader. I will say that. His teammates do seem to like him.
Do you ever read headlines about Daniel Jones playing Call of Duty and not fucking trying to practice or being in a chiropractic chair? Who told Kyler Murray he's good?
Dude, all these documentaries.
The same people that told him
all
he's
the
tall.
Documentaries. It's everybody's like, he never lost a game in high school. The odds were always against him.
These are the same people that are like, Johnny Manziel's going to have 4 rings. Watch.
Dang it, Johnny Manziel.
Wins a Heisman and everyone loses their minds.
He wins 3 games in Polk High. All of a sudden, he's the next fucking Joe Montana.
4 touchdowns in a single game. 4 touchdowns in a single game. But that wasn't the only firing. Lovie Smith surprisingly being fired after hooking up his Chicago Bears and handling the light work, getting the Bears the #1 pick. They fired a coach for winning.
Yeah.
And as Herm Edwards always said, you play to win the game.
You play to win.
And so, Lovie Smith goes for 2. They get it. They win the game. And they essentially lose the #1 pick, which should be Bryce Young. But now the Bears we can kind of
right,
talk about
so
that a
can we
little
talk
bit.
about that?
Yeah, we can talk about that. Well, before we talk about that, I just want to talk about, I know we've talked about before, black coaches. People always get on black coaches this, black coaches that. Black coaches are never given premier franchises. You know what I mean? Mike Tomlin's
Really, Mike Tomlin?
No, he's the only one. He's the only one, and he's been there now. He's still never had a losing season.
Ever.
He freaking clawed that thing back.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the year I can't say it no more. And they won, 5 in a row to get to 9-8? That's insane. That's insane.
Listen, not only I was the one who wants the Commanders to have black ownership. I would love to see the Commanders have
Jay-Z. He's in the background.
I've been saying this. You're like, but
No, Jay-Z, but he's not he's an owner, but
he's not gonna be a play caller. What I'm saying is I'd like to see black ownership, and I'd like to see a black head coach for the Commanders. And can we change the name again, please?
It's on the docket.
Commanders.
It's on the docket. Please give me Wolves or Red Wolves.
Let's finish our picks though before we get into everything else.
Oh no, we already finished the picks.
Jaguar. Did we go through all the games?
Yeah, that was it.
I didn't have my say.
Yes, you did.
I picked the Jags if anybody was curious.
Oh my gosh.
But let's talk about the Chicago Bears.
Yeah. So with the Bears, this is the thing. Okay, hold on. Oh, what did it say? Yo, Chargers are definitely going to
the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
Which Super? You mean the Puppy Bowl?
They might be going to the Bud Bowl.
They're going
if you're of a certain age. Do you remember those commercials? Dang it, Budweiser. Budweiser, bring back the Bud Bowl. It's been a while.
The Chargers are going to be playing the Puppy Bowl. I'm
done with you.
The Super Bowl.
I'm done.
Maybe in Madden.
Definitely in Madden. But yeah, as far as the Bears, you have a theory.
I do.
I'll let you go ahead and tell the people about your theory.
I think the biggest story that nobody's talking about is how the Chicago Bears so elegantly and low-key tanked this season. Now, with Lovie Smith winning the last game for the Houston Texans, Chicago, the Bears have the #1 overall pick. So let's talk about this really quickly. They traded away Roquan Smith to Baltimore. They got rid of Robert Quinn. They gave him to the Eagles. They have not only the #1 overall pick in the draft with the Texans losing, but they have the most money to spend. Listen, just because I hate this man, I say they fuck around and get Aaron Rodgers for 1 year, just for funsies. Okay, and they sit Mike Wazowski out, Justin Fields out for a year, and have him learn some more. But listen, with that money, I mean, that aside, my jokes aside, they can build essentially a brand new team. You have #1 overall pick, so I mean, they're probably not going to select a quarterback, I don't think. But you can essentially build a new team now. Nobody's talking about it, but if you talk about who won this season without actually winning a season, it's the Chicago Bears.
So I thought it was crazy when you first brought it up, but then on ESPN, after everyone kind of let it simmer and settle for a day, this came up and I was like, huh. So Mike Tannenbaum was saying yesterday that he thinks the best course of action would be to trade Justin Fields, get a 1 and a 3, draft Bryce Young, who he said he feels is the better quarterback overall or the better quarterback prospect, and then use all your cap space, and you essentially have rebooted your team with a better quarterback, and you've restarted your salary cap clock on a new quarterback, because Justin Fields, he's going into year 3, which means now you already got to start lining up for either an extension or picking up that 5th-year option. Now you restart that quarterback clock over with you know what I mean? What I will
say though is I'm going to go back to Daniel Jones. I mean, now in the offseason, word is they're going to offer him and Saquon a huge contract, as they should. But build around Justin Fields. build around Justin Fields, because I think this young man, he's been very hit or miss, but look at his fucking team. And they traded away Khalil Mack too. I forgot to mention that. It's you build around this young man because I think he has potential and he has accuracy. And the one thing that really impressed me off the bat with Justin Fields is how quickly he can read a defense. A professional defense, not a college defense, right?
There's a difference.
There's a huge difference. You're not waiting for trick plays. This is fucking chess. This is a grown man's game. And what? No, it's true.
You're such a mess.
No, it's true. Am I not?
No. Look, they talk about the difference between a college quarterback and a NFL quarterback are the windows.
Yep.
You have to anticipate in the NFL versus in college. That fool's just open. He open. Now just hit him. You know what I mean? Like I can throw because he's open. Whereas in NFL, I have to throw you open. Or I have to see what's going to happen versus what has already taken place. It's just different. Your processing is totally different.
I think they build around Justin Fields. I think he's shown a lot. Listen, the third year, like even Daniel Jones last year and the year before, I was like, Jesus Christ, like honestly, it was physically painful for me to watch. I never felt those growing pains watching Justin Fields. Again, I'm not a Bears fan, but I mean, I might as well. We've both suffered these franchises, but you can build around this young man. I don't think you cast him away. I think you give him a solid O-line and you rebuild their defense. Because the one thing about Chicago, this is what kind of baffled me and you about the Broncos, is their head coach the Bears' old OC went to be the head coach for Denver. And
he wasn't setting the world on fire in Chicago.
Yeah, but the thing is they've never been an offensive powerhouse. Anytime you think about Chicago and their winning seasons, it's all been defense.
It's always their offense has always been complementary.
It's always been defense with Chicago. They've never been the offensive powerhouse, right? Yeah. So the fact that their OC was head coaching in Denver, I'm like, what fucking sense? What's he gonna know what to do with Russell Wilson? Because Russ did not cook. All right, he didn't ride, he didn't cook, he didn't do.
He didn't do anything, and not doing anything.
Yeah.
Nathaniel Hackett was fired this week as well after Russ was cooking hot dog feces for 18 weeks.
He was cooking ramen noodles with ice and ketchup and Worcestershire.
not Worcestershire. Sorry.
Like the year-old one that's been in the fridge and nobody's touched except for Thanksgiving.
What is that still good?
Yeah, they smell it.
Oh my God!
No, but seriously.
But did you see yesterday? So yesterday came out that David Shaw, the former coach of Stanford, interviewed for the job for the Broncos. So they already took care of their Rooney Rule. So there's that. But I don't know. Yeah. David Shaw, he did a great job in Stanford. Post Andrew Luck and kind of seeing what they could do, seeing what they could build. I don't know if he's the right answer, but as far as a strong locker room guy, I think he could be that.
See, the jump, just like a player from okay, I'm going to use Urban Meyer as a very, very bad example. Because you're a good college coach and because you're a good college quarterback, it doesn't mean that it's going to translate well. Urban Meyer won 2 games. He went 2-11 before getting fired, and now you see the Jags going into the playoffs. Okay,
with the exact same team almost.
With almost exactly the same team.
And actually, they ended up adding stuff because you remember Travis Etienne got hurt.
That's right.
Like week 1 or preseason last year. And so he comes back into the fold.
He came back last week, yeah.
Christian Kirk was their acquisition. Brandon Scherf from my team. But outside of that, like Trayvon Walker he was the number 1 pick, but he didn't set the world on fire.
And Carmelo Soprano is actually doing things and moving. I'm sorry, I look at Trevor Lawrence, and if it's not Carmelo Soprano,
He's sunshine.
Like honestly, I can't unsee it. I swear. No, but almost exact same team. Urban Meyer did dick. Okay.
Not a thing. Not one.
So now. I think that whoever the next head coach of the Broncos is has to be somebody that has solid NFL experience, that already has his guys in place in his mind, that's ready to fucking go.
Sean Payton?
1,000%.
I don't think he would want to go there, though. Look at Gridiron Junkies. Yeah, I mean... No.
I could see Payton going to the Raiders.
Yeah, and look, with either a Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers coming along...
I could see Tom Brady going there for a season.
I would love to see Tom Brady go to my team for a season, but I don't know. Que sera, sera. Now we are finally going to move on to how do you sign Roquan Smith, who has been in town for literally a
week and a half.
Yeah, he doesn't even know his defensive coordinator's name. Before you sign Lamar Jackson.
There's still a sticker on his jersey.
Yeah.
Before you sign Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, that when that came out, was it yesterday we were talking about that?
We were talking about it, and I posted on IG, and I got some of the slick ass answers I got were really funny. You all make me laugh. I love my people. But the one thing that I kept on getting, because I said, please explain it to me. And my friend Victor said, well, they're just going to let him go and franchise tag him. Okay. Let's just unwrap this ridiculous fucking answer. I'm sorry, Vic. But this is why you're not going to do that. Because, first of all, and he's like, he's hurt. Well, no shit, he's fucking hurt. He's chosen not to participate in 14 practices as of now. I'm going to tell you this. And then my friend Joey said, well, Roquan is this night. He's solid. Yeah, but they don't have a shot at nothing without Lamar Jackson. And we're seeing this. I mean, they're in on a fluke, by the way, in my opinion, right now. But after DeMar Hamlin, why the fuck would this gentleman get on the field without a solid fucking contract? You give Kyler Murray $280 million. You don't give Lamar Jackson a contract, and you want him to step out on the field now against hard hitters? Get the fuck out of my face. The fact that Roquan Smith got a contract, what?
I just thought of something.
What?
Justin Fields for Lamar Jackson in the number 1 pick.
No.
George.
Absolutely not.
Hi, Larry Dallas.
They're just too.
Really?
Yeah, no.
I mean, we'll look at
the wear and tear. The wear and tear. They're gonna those are quarterbacks that are not I don't see longevity, and that's just in the style of play.
And who?
In
Lamar
both.
In both.
Well, no, but I'm saying in
you
terms of
don't see longevity with Lamar.
I'm just saying with the style that he plays.
In terms of the hits.
Well.
He doesn't. Out of all of them, he gets hit the least out of all the running quarterbacks. But Josh Allen.
Yeah, but it's the year. But now.
Murray.
But look at the trending of what quarterbacks are doing, and I'm going to use Josh Allen, Daniel Jones, Lamar Jackson.
You got to be able to move.
You got to have some wheels on you.
Yeah.
And Lamar does.
Well, but George, I mean, in terms of Baltimore gets back a quarterback for one. Yeah, I mean, they get back a quarterback prospect
that fits the system.
That fits their system that's already there. They also he's under team control for three more years. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you get the number 1 pick alongside it.
You need it.
That actually.
That makes sense.
That's actually not a bad trade. That's my.
Yeah, but
that's my bad. Well, that's. Do you want
to see Lamar Jackson play for the Raiders? Because that would be scary.
Yeah.
And by the way, really quick, can we talk about the Raiders really quick?
Yeah, sure. That's 2 more down, but that's all right. We can jump ahead. Go ahead. I'll come back.
I'm sorry, you all. I'm not good with rules.
I can circle back.
I only like being told what to do in bed.
I knew you were going there too. I knew that was low hanging fruit.
That was a soft pitch, but
I wasn't gonna say anything else. Go ahead.
I'll say it again. I only like being told what to do in bed. Okay, so with the Raiders, with Derek Carr announcing on Twitter that he's fucking peacing out, he got such a bad rap. I'm not saying Derek Carr is Joe Montana, but that was squarely Josh McDaniels' fault. Because last year, think of everything that the Raiders went through. Think about, Henry Ruggs.
Yep.
And you think about a Max Crosby story. You think about the emails that came out. You think about everything.
Yeah, their coach being fired.
Their coach being fired for being a misogynist, racist, allegedly
bad,
not a good guy.
Bad taste. Yeah.
So you think about everything that happened, and the fact that Derek Carr, I don't know why they fucking took a knee again in that Chargers game still, but what I'm saying is he was a leader. They should have never let Versace go either.
That to me was the first mistake.
Okay, but so it wasn't Derek Carr's fault. It was Josh McDaniels. He's a shitty coach. Derek Carr was a quarterback that was mobile, that was you know what? Maybe he wasn't necessarily clutch, but he could read a defense. His guys trusted him, and he went all out. And also, Devontae Adams is not happy that he left.
At all. But he has now walked back because, right after it all was announced, he kind of was the energy around him was more about like, I'm out of here. I'm going to leave too. But now he's kind of started walking that back, and he's probably been given some assurances from the front office about maybe who they're going to go after and what they're going to do. So
I don't know.
We'll
I just
see.
thought it was shit. I think the Raiders organization should be ashamed of themselves to try to make it seem like it was this young man's fault when it was clearly Josh McDaniels. He
hasn't done anything.
He failed as a head coach in Denver.
Yep.
His sweet spot was being an OC under Bill Belichick, and that's fucking it.
Well, not only being an OC under Bill Belichick, but being the offensive coordinator for the greatest of all time.
For the greatest of all time.
How like, you know what I mean? Like, your job is... Not to say that your job isn't hard, but
having Tom Brady as your quarterback makes your job not so hard, no?
Look, and then also you can always put that man down in pen. He didn't miss games. You know what I'm saying? Like, his production didn't really slip at any point.
Yep.
That actually something else we're going to talk about in terms of a crazy stat that I saw and thought about. I Googled and was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but I don't understand how like they essentially railroaded this kid out. But
Yeah.
I hope Derek Carr goes to a franchise that appreciates him, because I think if you build around him, he still has some good years in him,
He's a
and he can
second
do
tier
something.
guy.
He is a second tier guy.
He's right below. He's not elite, but he's
not Joe Flacco.
No. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, there's tiers and there's elite. There's only a few elite guys.
Who are the elite quarterbacks in the league right now? Patrick Mahomes,
Josh
Allen.
And then we can start having conversations. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
We'll keep that one.
Do you
We'll
understand what I'm saying?
We'll keep
Like,
that one for a little later.
Yeah, because I mean, like, Jalen Hurts is ascending, but is he elite? I wouldn't say elite.
Not yet.
Not yet. He has
If
to
you
do
don't
it,
want a ring, you're not elite.
and you have to do it for multiple years. Even if you haven't won a
You're
ring.
not elite.
You know
I
what
think Joe Burrow can get there.
Yes.
I think Jalen Hurts can get there.
Sure.
I think Brock Purdy needs to win some playoff games
Before he even can be considered
before we can even have that.
anything.
But I'd say the same thing about Jimmy G. Jimmy G wasn't an elite quarterback.
He's in that tier. He's in that same tier as Derek Carr. Same one.
Where can you see Derek Carr going?
I don't know. Because it really just comes down to what are the Raiders
I can see him going to the Jets.
Look, Jimmy Garoppolo could go to the Jets. There's a couple, like the Jets are in a good position because
I'd love to see Jimmy G in any New York uniform.
They've shown, you know what I mean, that their team is there. Their team is ready to move.
I actually think Derek Carr would be a better fit than Jimmy G for the Jets.
For the Jets?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked.
Because Jimmy G isn't a thrower. We know this, right? And Derek Carr, he can take a fucking beating.
Yeah.
No, I think the Jets should look at Derek Carr. I'm just saying.
All right. DeAndre Hopkins heading out of the desert. Not looking good, but the 30-year-old might be traded this year. Just kind of, it looks like the Cardinals might be trying to refresh their team.
They should get rid of Kyler Murray too.
That's not happening. These are the 4 teams that came up. The Bears, the Patriots.
For Kyler Murray?
No.
For DeAndre Hopkins. The Giants.
The Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
And the Packers.
I think the New York Giants should be there too.
Okay.
I'd love to see him with the Giants, but for those 4 teams, who needs him the most? The Packers.
Yeah.
Or the Pats. I mean,
the Pats could use him for sure, but he'd be in a similar situation.
He'd be in a similar situation. I don't think that him and Bill Belichick would mesh. I could definitely see him under Matt LaFleur, though. And if Aaron Rodgers stays where he is, he would be a difference maker for that team.
Why do you think him and Bill Belichick wouldn't mesh?
Because Bill Belichick isn't.
He's not a very look at me guy. He's not a real.
Not that he needs to be, but not that he needs to be, because neither was Gronk and neither was Brady under Belichick. It's not even that. I think that you have to have a relatability to players, and they were I forgot what I was listening to, but it's more and more getting to know your players as family, knowing them off the field, hanging out with them. I think that's what really meshes a team. That's why Mike McDaniels has been so successful with the Dolphins. It's because he's ingratiated himself with the teams. I don't think Bill Belichick is capable of that. I think that's just not the way he operates. And I think this is going to be the year we don't see Mac Jones, not because I don't think Bill Belichick is a good coach, but I don't think he understands how players need to be coached, because it's not just your IQ on the field, it's your EQ off the field that makes you a successful coach.
Yep. No, you're 100% right. 100%.
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you for sure.
And by the way, I can see Mac Jones going to the Raiders too.
What, for Derek Carr?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting offseason.
Belichick didn't exactly give Mac Jones a glowing review.
and that letter from Robert Kraft didn't look too good either. That wasn't too kind.
No.
But let's go ahead. We only got a little bit more of NFL. Aaron Rodgers, is he done? Is he retiring? I think he's not. And as Spears from ESPN was saying, I don't give a daggone. Like,
no,
seriously.
He said, I don't give a damn if Aaron Rodgers comes back, and you know what? Don't let the door hit you with a good Lord done split you. Get the fuck out of my face. I am so tired of talking about Aaron Rodgers. And you know what, Josh, you and I called this before the season even started. We both said the Packers will not be making the playoffs. No?
Yep. Look, in August, we called that.
Yeah.
We didn't even wait till week 1.
And everybody's done being held hostage by this otter-haired number 75 on the barbershop having 39-now-year-old quarterback who hasn't done dick in 11 years. And by the way, he should be relieved that they lost, because now they don't have to go through the embarrassment of losing to the 49ers again in the conference game. But
Jesus H. Christ. You on fire today. I ain't lying.
I have very, very strong opinions today.
I'm not mad at you. Okay, so this is the last thing we got for NFL. I thought of a crazy Brady stat. So Tom Brady has only missed the playoffs one time in his entire career, and it was his first year as a starter, as a full-time starter. It was the year after they won the Super Bowl in 2001. Mm-hmm. It was 2002. They went 9-7. This year was the first year in Tom Brady's 22 seasons that he's ever had a losing season. That's crazy.
That's part of the Tom Brady legend. And remember, you and I have talked about this too. In my old age, I find myself rooting for Tom Brady, and it's because he is the GOAT. Like, you cannot like the man, but you have to respect what he's done.
You got to respect his body of work.
And he's never gotten a ring off my quarterback.
Off any NFC East quarterback.
Off Big Dick Nick, no. Not Daddy Eli either.
Oh, my God. All right. Moving on to the MLB. Carlos Correa gets a 6-year, $200 million. Wait. What happened to the Mets?
Wait, Ben, who's a playoff choker?
Wait. But what happened to what happened to the Giants?
The San Francisco Giants.
Carlos Correa.
The Mets. And now the Twins?
Yeah. He's staying with the Twins, basically. So this was a nothing burger with cheese for Carlos Correa.
Russ cooked. This is a Russ recipe.
Yes. Carlos Correa, like, I don't know what's wrong with your leg or your ankle, but everybody looking at you with some shaky looks. So 6 years,
I can't wait till the real
million.
Story comes out.
Yeah, there's definitely there's got to be something else. There's something else besides that physical. Somebody don't like you. He didn't mess with somebody's mama.
I don't know, maybe your cheating ways and your karma caught up with you, you little shit. I fucking hate the Astros. I hate that midget Altuve. All those losers. Like, I can't stand them, and this is their fucking karma.
This is Row Uncensored. Row Uncensored.
Oh, yeah. Aaron is such a playoff choker. No, you're so right, Ben. No, but seriously, like, Altuve's karma is he never gets to ride at Disneyland except the teacups.
he's got to stay on Space Mountain.
I mean, he can be. I think he has like I don't know, like he's an extra in a Game of Thrones reboot somewhere, but he can eat a whole dick.
Oh my! Not a bag.
A bag of dicks. A gummy bag of dicks that Antonio Brown will throw at you.
Oh my God! All right. We're going to be getting into MLB more and more as the weeks start to get closer to training camp. I actually think I'm going to go to spring training this year. I've never been to spring training. in Arizona. What you
Congrats.
Like looking at me with dead eyes. Like I'm gonna try. I've never gone.
It's fun.
Have you been?
Yes.
Oh, see, like why'd you look at me like I was like, oh, I ain't going to spring training.
I'm surprised you haven't gone. That was the look.
Oh yeah, no, I've never gone. I used to always go to the Cubs when they always would play out here. Anyway, that's that's uncalled for. More from baseball as the weeks go on. But all right, let's go ahead and switch gears to the NBA.
Yeah.
Steph Curry returns. Looks like Steph Curry. So I think they'll be fine. One thing about those shoulders, though, we kind of saw this later in Kobe's career. It kept popping out. You know what I mean? Well, pause. But
it did keep popping out.
It kept popping out of place.
Said, yes.
You know what I mean? A lot of times, especially like, putting your hand in for a steal or different things or trying to get a rebound can kind of trigger those things.
Steph is lethal. Steph is always lethal, as is Kobe was always lethal. I mean, there are just some players, they work through it. I mean, injuries are par for the course. But yeah, I mean, Steph Curry with the shot, like I'll always be scared of Steph. And I think if you're a player, you should always be scared of Steph. Like you should always be scared of Luka. You should be like, there are just certain players. Doesn't matter what injuries they have and they come back from. Now, speaking of injuries, KD's out for how many games, for how many weeks?
I think they said a month.
Like
right when they were getting hot.
Right when the Nets were getting hot.
They were just getting hot, and so now the Nets are gonna mess around and be a 6 seed again or whatever it is. Yeah. Like they just can't, because I was looking at the Nets honestly this year, like, wow, they might actually, because after everything went down with Kyrie, it's been real quiet. Yeah, I mean, George, right? Like it's been real quiet.
Josh, really quick, my friend Ben Borgiano on IG, he said it's going to be a Warriors-Nets NBA Finals.
The way it was looking, I wouldn't say that you're wrong, but now if the Nets are going to have to go through wars to get there, and also if we've got health, because
wait a second, you got to go through the Timberwolves, okay?
The Timberwolves?
I mean, not the Timberwolves. I'm the Grizzlies. I'm sorry. The Grizzlies. 8 in a row.
Yeah, and Jakob Poeltl is just constantly getting dunked on by Ja Morant.
Don't sleep on the Bucs. Don't sleep on the Pelicans. And I never thought I'd fucking say that, but I don't think the Lakers are going to be in it.
I don't think the Pelicans just ain't it. They're going to be a very good regular season.
I'll tell you who'll never be it. The New York Knicks. I don't care. I don't care. Bring it.
Hey, first off, shout out to my boys over at Knicks Fans TV. I will be discussing the Knicks Wizards on their channel. And
Z says hi, by the way. Hi, Z.
Hi. Oh, she can't see me.
He's on my IG.
Tell Z I said what's up. But yeah, I mean, I don't trust them, and I don't trust their health. Between C.J. McCollum getting hurt, or Brandon Ingram getting hurt, or Zion always
getting fat.
Like all of those things. There's too many. It's too much that I always have to look past.
To me, I think the Celtics are going to be in the finals. I think they're definitely. I think it might be a Celtics Warriors finals for me.
Hey, a reboot. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at that. Talking about your Lakers, the Lakers need to make moves, and they made one. Mm-hmm. Might not be the move that y'all wanted, and I actually wanted him in studio, but that's another story. Boogie Cousins going back to the Lakers. What do we think? What does it help for the Lakers? Is that a position of need right now?
Why we're putting a Band-Aid
on bullet holes?
On a herpes sore. Like, why? Why are we signing Boogie? I don't get it. I don't just, you know what? I think that was another LeBron purchase. Okay? I think that we just need to I need to start the rebuild with the Lakers with a young team. You know who we need to emulate? Is what Portland started doing 5 years ago. We need to get a young roster that we are building up slowly but surely.
Alongside a star.
Alongside a star that could teach them. One or two that could teach them. Like, why we...
But you had that, Ro. You traded it. You traded it for a championship. You had that.
If you even bring up Kyle Kuzma, I'm gonna snatch your headphones off.
Not just Kuzma.
I'm talking like get the old ones out now. It's time.
You had Brandon Ingram. He's an all-star. You had Julius Randle.
Oh my God, Randle, who's doing such great things with the fucking Knicks.
Hey, is he an all-star or is he not an all-star?
Who gives a shit? He's with the Knicks. His career's gonna go down the fucking sewer. I don't care.
All I'm saying is
Randall's a fraud. No, Randall. No, let's talk about Randall. No, we are going to talk about Randall because you know what? You know what the NBA.
We'll clip this. Start the clip now, Josh.
I'm going to tell you right now. You know what the NBA playoffs do? They expose frauds. And you know what we saw a couple years ago? How the Knicks were
last year.
How the Knicks were fucking frauds. Randall's a fraud. I don't care what you do in the regular season. If you shit the bed. In the second, third game of the playoffs, you won one playoff game, and you Knicks fans, the way you swore Madison Square Garden, you made it seem like it was your fifth ring now. Please, Randall's a fraud. He's going to be down the sewer. All-star, schmall-star. He's dick, okay?
All I'm saying is you gave all that away because you had dudes. So now you gave it away for Mr. Glass.
It would have been nothing. It wouldn't have mattered. Randall's not doing dick with the Knicks now. He wouldn't be doing dick with the Lakers either.
What do you mean he's not? He's averaging 20 plus and 10.
Look who he's playing with. Tallest midget.
The Knicks are anyway.
The Knicks can go take a walk, which they will.
All right then, George. I know we were talking about this earlier. I don't know if you have it queued up, but we had a horrible hair sighting earlier this week from one Mr. Shaquille O'Neal.
It was yesterday.
And I'll say this. When I first saw it, okay, here it is. When I first saw, when it came across the screen, I was looking like, am I bugging? No, that's a shadow. That's got to be a shadow. But
it's the Stephen A. Smith.
Man, Shaq, you came home. You came home for a reason. Coming home is when your forehead is bigger than 10 fingers, and it's time to come home, and you just shave it and go bald.
Just shave it off.
I don't know if this was a bet.
Do the Heisenberg.
I don't know what this was, but don't ever do this again. You shave that nonsense off the top of your head.
Maybe he just had a weave in too long and it was time to come out. That's my biggest fear.
I hate you so very much.
You love me, please.
Oh my gosh, he's such a mess, such a mess. All right, and that's done for NBA today. Let's talk briefly about college, just a little bit of college basketball. Jim Callipari. Oh, John Callipari. What is wrong with me? I need breakfast. I didn't have breakfast today. We're struggling. Callipari was booed in Lexington after losing to, I think it was South Carolina. Is he done in Kentucky, and where should he go?
The Knicks.
He's tried that. That didn't work. and grown men that have checks, they don't care about you getting them more checks.
But that's exactly it. Right now, his stock, you got to think of what the marketplace looks like. I mean, there are so many more valid options. So I think maybe take some time out and reevaluate your life and maybe get some continuing education going.
Go get your PhD.
Something, but I think he needs to take some time out because right now.
Well, Texas just fired their coach because he had been doing some stuff, and so Texas came up. But I'm saying this as a Georgetown fan, and even though I love Pat, we trash. And if you bring John Calipari in,
you know who's looking real good?
Who?
My alma mater.
You know, you want to talk about a team that's always going to be trash, it's them.
UNLV? Look at the record.
Y'all trash.
Really?
Who y'all played? Who have y'all played?
Just pull the numbers up.
Who have y'all played?
We're trash.
Ooh,
he's mad about the Knicks. He's so big mad about the Knicks.
I got you.
Now,
they beat 2 top 25 teams this year.
I don't give a daggone.
Who's your team?
I told you, Georgetown, we are hot garbage. We have not won a game in the Big East Conference in 2 years.
The Hoyas haven't been hot since I was wearing their parkas in 7th grade.
Easy.
plays.
Actually, that actually might be. No.
Yes.
Jeff Green, Roy Hibbert. We went to a Final Four. Don't you do me like
Are you
that.
going to talk about Juan Dixon again, too? The pride of Maryland?
You leave Juan Dixon and Lonnie Baxter out your mouth is what you're going to do. You're going to leave Lonnie Baxter out your mouth. That's the pride of Dr. Carr's gym.
First of all,
I've known Lonnie since he was in high school.
You better hush your mouth about UNLV. Watch.
I'm going to pull up UNLV.
Dayton and New Mexico are the two big wins.
Dayton? The Dayton Flyers. That's who we're I'm riding on Dayton Flyers right now.
A Georgetown fan is trying to shit on a team that's doing well.
Yeah, because we all need to be sad right now.
I'm just saying we're better than you.
Oh, I concur.
All right, that's that.
We on TV though.
Call Juan Dixon about it though.
We on TV though.
We're on TV too.
No, you're not.
We're a local station, but we're on TV.
Y'all haven't seen national coverage since my boys from Best brought you on TV.
Excuse me. The best commercials ever were from Larry Johnson. Were the grandmama commercials. Okay, don't act like they're not iconic.
Oh. Huh.
Uh-huh.
Who?
Yeah.
George.
Yeah.
No, George.
Larry Johnson?
George too young. We can't bring George in.
Grandmama.
No, I know. I'm just saying what when we actually I'll go ahead and start another clip, Josh.
The 89-90 run was probably the most iconic back-to-back wins by a college basketball team. The way they put Duke on their ass, and fuck Christian Laettner to this day since we're talking about everybody that can go scratch. That was that 89-90 team, if you think about who was on it, I mean, that was an iconic fucking team.
Stacey
Augmon.
Stacey, Greg Anthony. Yeah, I've got some guys. Actually, one of my guys that was in on the raffle, Sean Watkins, was on that team.
So tell him UNLV's trash. Go ahead.
I got the commercial.
Oh, yes.
I've never seen this.
You've never seen it?
You never
These
seen
are my new shoes from Converse. They're so light and so fast, my grandmama can whoop you in them. Grandmama! Let's go. What? Shoot that dude. I'm like an old lady. Move it, Granny, move it. Remember, you can't beat what you can't catch.
They don't make commercials like they used to.
They don't make commercials like that anymore.
It did not take much for us to be entertained. But I actually posted.
That was like Medea before Medea.
Seriously, I posted on the American fan page the other day. One of my favorite Jordan commercials, and I think it was actually a Super Bowl commercial.
How about the LeBron commercial I sent you?
Yes.
That was a funny one too.
No, that's up there. Like the LeBrons, the puppet. Remember the Kobe and LeBron puppet?
Who is the player that I'm a chameleon? Remember?
Oh, I can't remember.
That was one of my favorite tunes. I can't remember his name. I'm a chameleon. Do you guys remember?
I can't remember that one. But like, what are some of the best sports commercials you think
of all time?
Yeah, I used to love the This Is Sports Center commercials.
Oh, those are okay. My favorite all-time sports commercial. I'm gonna send the link to Georgie so we can have it. It's for Hertz Rent-A-Car. So they're in the lunchroom and it's two Yankees fans. It's they're both holding like a Yankees mug and they're like these middle-aged white men going did you see yesterday's game? Oh, forget about it. And then their supervisor walks in with a new employee, and he's like, guys, I want to introduce you to Ben. It's his first day. And the guy goes, I'm wicked psyched to be here.
Oh, I do remember that commercial. He's a Boston guy.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I do remember that. That actually is a very good commercial.
And the two guys are like,
No. Okay, so actually keeping it in Yankees, Red Sox, one of my favorite This Is Sports Center commercials was Big Papi putting on Jorge Posada's hat because Jorge Posada as a catcher, he never wears his hat. He wears a helmet. And so Big Papi's like, oh, your hat, it's not even broken in. And so he puts on the hat and starts crimping it. And Wally, the mascot of the Red Sox, comes out and like drops all of his books. And he's like, Wally, it's a misunderstanding. That one probably is one of my favorite This Is Sports Center commercials. Bar none.
I love all those.
Follow Me to Freedom when it was the Y2K It was like where where Sports Center like shuts down because of
God,
Y2K.
there's so many good ones. There's
And
one with,
Charlie Steiner's
there-
with Follow Me to Freedom.
There was one with A-Rod that was really funny. I can't remember it now, but those are the most iconic sports commercials. Those and some of the Nike commercials, like in the very, very beginning, they were more like the Apple ads back in the day because they like hit you here, right?
Yeah.
Like the original Jordan ads to me were some of the
With
best
Spike Lee.
ones. With Spike Lee.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but that Grandmama ad was also
that's up there.
shit.
That's up there.
Who is it? I'm a chameleon.
We'll find that out. I'll do it once we get out of here. Finally, last topic. Congratulations to Naomi Osaka for announcing her pregnancy right before the Australian Open. So
She pulled out, and then that's why.
I guess her season is over. So, congrats.
Congrats.
That's it. Tennis. I guess we'll start talking about tennis on one of our next episodes because the Australian Open will be starting soon.
And the Pro Bowl is in Las Vegas, February 5th, and I think we all need to go here.
We got to figure out a way.
What do you mean?
I have like something big to tell you guys afterwards. We have a live stream possibly here that's going to be streaming through a lot of big name NFL players.
Okay.
Yes.
Possibility. No promises, fans, yet, but it's here. So we're going to have some content coming out from that.
All right.
I love it. You guys, again, thank you for joining us, whether it was via IG Live, whether it was on YouTube, and everybody that keeps on supporting us. We really, really, really appreciate you. And I especially love all of you that message me, talk shit to me, want all the smoke from me. I love it. Keep doing it.
I concur. I have nothing else to say. From Josh Williams from the American Fan 365. See you guys next time.